Hello, everyone, to my very first podcast. It's me, Afterlife666, and I'm back with my first podcast. But, I just got my new microphone, so I can't really plug it into my camera, but I can plug it into my computer, so I'm doing a podcast. There's a lot of things I want to say in this podcast, but mm, we're gonna finish more of the things I want to say in my future podcasts. So, how did I? The first thing I want to talk about is how my journey into being goth. So when I was about, let's see, I think I was about like 9 years old. I was wearing before I was 8 or 9. I think I was just, like wearing dinosaur clothes and shit like that. But I had a black shirt I really liked, and so I got into the punk scene. Around that time, I started wearing more black and more skull shirts and shit like that. Well, around that time, I also started getting to Chris Angel, who was a punk magician slash stunt person. Um, and so, a lot of most at first, that's who my the gothness came from. Chris Angel, who, if you know, goth originated from punk in the mid '80s. So, that kind of furthered my input into it. And then as I kept getting older, and I got more dark clothes, and I started listening to this certain kinds of music. But when I was around 5, I used to listen to country and shit like that. But once I became started my journey, I I literally started wearing more clothes. I started listening to punk rock and Joy Division and Marilyn Manson and shit. And I started having, at first I was what's known as the baby bat. So I had my eyeliner on and I was listening to Marilyn Manson, doing my thing in school, and that's kind of what happened. And for a while, then I actually, around that time, I got older. When I turned about 10 years old, is when I kind of backed down from it a little bit and started. You're gonna laugh at this, but I actually used to be a gangster, or a wannabe gangster, as I would look back on it. I wore my hat sideways, listened to rap. I used to do all that shit. I used to talk weird. Um, and for a few days it felt good, but then like after a week, um, I started not liking it. I went through this phase where I would find out the real me, and I said, maybe I'll give giving goth one more shot. And around 13 years old, I became goth again. But that's around the time I realized there was like tons and tons of different types of goth. So I tried different ones. I didn't like pastel goth. I didn't like cyber goth. I fell in love with the classic goth, and then started getting into vampire goth, aka Victorian goth. And then I started getting into death rocker a little bit, and I mostly wear um, classic goth outfits, but I do occasionally uh, have like, see, I never wear full vampire goth or full fucking death rocker outfits. I mostly just wear the death rocker and vampire goth accessories like bracelets and shit. But most of my clothes are classic goth, and the colors I wear, 99% of the time I wear all black, but I occasionally wear blood red, blue, dark purple, gray, and if it's a black shirt with a white skull on it, I'll wear that. But I never really wore all the fucking bright colors and shit. Moving on to now, I was looking up. I said if I'm gonna be goth, I better soak up the history. So I went online, started reading some stuff, and learning about the goth subculture, so I didn't just look like a poser or a fucking idiot. And I got more and more into it, and now I got my tattoo of an angel of darkness I need to get fixed. Getting my piercings, my nail polish. I actually wore the full makeup uh, for my Ouija board, not my Ouija board, my haul video. So if you want to see that link in the description for my haul video, give it a look. Also remember to follow me on everything. Now, I want to take a break from the story to tell you which goths are real and which goths are fake. Now, what I'm telling you is 100% true, but classic goth, that's real. Alright? That's real. Cyber goth is real. Death rocker is real. Vampire, aka Victorian goth, that's real. Alright? Uh, I think it's called fitness goth. That's real. Mall goth is real. Um, how you say? Shit, what is it called? I wouldn't. Hippie goth is real as well, but white goth, fake. Uh, how you, pastel goth is fake. Fucking what is it called? Bubble goth, I think is fake. That's one. All these. When I say fake, I mean wannabe. So not really a goth. Emo goth is not a real goth. I will tell you that the style of the metalhead style, believe it or not, it's actually in the goth subculture. I don't think it should be because I think it should be its own subculture, but still, uh, I still think it should be its own subculture, but I can't do anything about it. Now, now that we've now that in what is it called? I think it's called not bubble goth. Hmm. I don't know. Those are all the ones I can think of. Oh, fairy goth, that's fake. Medieval goth, that's real. That's a real goth. But other than those, I don't think I can keep going on and on with that topic. But I decided not to get too much into it because I don't want people acting like I'm going against their wishes. I think those are fake goths. But if you want to dress like that, you do you. I'll do me. It's not gonna bother me none. But anyways, let's move on to the next topic I want to say, which is very interesting. The makeup industry for the goths. Yes, we have goths who wear black makeup, pale white foundation, both powdered and liquid, black lipstick, let's see, black eyeliner, or we'll have like dark blue or maybe blood red sometimes. I've seen goths wear purple and so on about that subject. Uh, and I also want to point out that not all goths do magic like I do. Not all goths do. Some can be you can be any religion you want and have any point of view on magic and the supernatural without having to do it yourself. So you can be a goth and be Christian. You can be a goth and be Jewish. It doesn't give a fuck what religion you are. It doesn't matter what sex or gender you are, or what sexuality or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You can be goth no matter what. Okay? And the best part about knowing if you're goth or not is when people stare at you. Now, it might feel creepy at first to some people, but in my opinion, I think that means that you're actually doing a good job because to be goth is to stand out from everyone else. So if people are staring at you, that's how you know you're doing it right. If you just look like, if not a lot of people are not looking at you, then you're not standing out. You're blending in still, and you can't really stand out if you're blending in. That's not the case. Um, but hey, you can change that with a couple leather jackets and some fucking skull shirts. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. But that's what being a goth is, standing out and finding which one you belong in. And nobody fits in anywhere. That's part of life. But people do fit in certain subgroups of cultures and people that you could fit in. Like, goths fit in with goths and punks. You might find some gamer goths. You might find someone who's into magic. You might find someone who's into bowling. You don't know. Everyone fits in somewhere, just not everywhere. So, there's that. Um, I also want to give some credit to who all the people who inspired me for my channel, which I'm going to name now. The first is Shane Dawson. Yes, I know he was an emo, but he was also mixed in emo with a little punk, so I guess he's okay. But he filled some of them. He was one of the first YouTubers I've ever seen on YouTube. So yes, he back in the day, so watch him. He was really funny, and he filled some of my comedy for some of my videos. I also want to say Mike's my spark for my channel also comes from Mr. Black Darkness 666, and it's Black Friday, Toxic Tears, Trend Crave. And I know I submitted videos, but I'm J Station and Dream Team. Um, fuck. Also, there's a couple other goth YouTubers. I'm too afraid to pronounce their YouTube name because I'm afraid I'm gonna butcher it. But you know, I'll try better in the next video. And I also want to thank Ron Atwood. He, even though he hasn't really made any videos lately, I don't know what fuck happened to him. It's like he just dropped off the internet. But well, hopefully we'll see him again soon. Maybe he's just busy with his family. I also want to say the Psychic Twins. Yes, I know them themselves haven't done anything in a while, but I still want to say that part of my spark, my vision for my channel. And Harmony Nice, and I would say Dexter Smith, and what's his name? Explore with Us, uh, Chills and Top 10, Mason Top 10, and of course, Top 15s, and The Finest, and Cyrus. They're all YouTubers that fueled the spark for my channel. The comedies and the exploring, the goth subculture, all that shit comes from them, and I do want to thank them for it. Um, but let's move on to another subject I want to talk about, ASMR. I recently started getting into ASMR. I've done some myself, and I'm waiting for more equipment and more makeup and shit to come in so I can do better ones for you. But until then, this is just going to be the video. But I want to talk about some of the ASMR channels I really love, such as Seafoam Kitten, Luna Eclipse, Busy Bee, Visual One, I think it's called. They do some. Those are some fucking awesome ASMR channel, including ASMR Ryan. Oh my god, I love his devil one. It's hilarious. And one of my second favorite YouTube channel would have to be Visual One because she's British, and I don't know what it is, but British girls and Russian girls having those accents make me super attracted to them, which is one of the reasons why I like her, because of her British accent. Um, but my first would have to be Seafoam Kitten because she does all these fucking awesome characters for her role playing, and I think they're awesome. So, if y'all don't have any ASMR videos channels you like, let me know in the comments. That'd be much appreciated. Um, I'm also thinking about releasing some songs. I actually got a songbook now. I put it with my Book of Shadows, and I'm working on two songs already. One's called Vampire, and the other one's called Murder Is My Mistress. So one's gonna be punk rock, and the other one will be another punk rock because I feel like doing black metal too much hurts my throat. So I'm gonna do more. Most of the time, I'm gonna be doing punk rock or heavy metal, but I will occasionally do some black metal as well. Especially because my boy Joseph Pledger actually got me into all the different forms of metal. So it's really, I mean, like I never really got into doom metal that much, but most of them. Hmm. Oh god. But yeah. Okay, so let's move into another topic. I wanna talk about my tattoos. I plan on getting more. Right now, I just got an Angel Darkness tattoo that needs to be fixed because it's faded. The guy, he didn't do it right. So I might get my zodiac symbol on my arm, along with the other arm will have like a skeleton sleeve with some witch markings on the tips of my fingers, and I really want to get like a devil version of the Angel Darkness on the other hand in the same fashion, but with horns and bat wings instead of angel wings and halos. I want to get some of the symbols I made from my witchcraft tattooed on my torso, such as my protection and anti-possession symbol I made. I plan on getting some piercings and my tongue split. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get gauges or not, but I might. I might just get those ones that hook up on your ear that have spikes. So I'm not sure which one I'm getting. Um, I'm getting. Let's see. I also plan on getting a piercing under my lip for vampire fang piercings, which are gonna be fucking awesome. So let me know if you're getting any tattoos or piercing lately. Um, Another topic we're gonna talk about would have to be something I haven't wanted to talk about, but he is still in jail. Um, my cousin Michael is actually in jail now, and it fucking sucks. So if he can get out soon, you'll probably see him in my videos in the future. I just wanted to let y'all know. So Michael, if you're somehow watching this, can't wait for you to get out, cause we got some awesome shit ready for you. Let's move on to another topic, cause I don't want to talk about that too much. Uh, I finally got a new cell phone. It's not as cool as it was before, but you know I got one that works, so good enough. Had to get a new Facebook account because apparently when you get a new number, you can't transfer it. So there you go. Fucking sucks, you know. Uh, there's a lot of things we need to talk about today, but once this video hits this podcast hits 25 minutes, I'm probably gonna save some more for the rest of my podcasts. Next podcast, my cousin David will be joining us. So if you want to talk to him soon, you could just we're gonna do another podcast tomorrow. Um, so oh god, yes. Okay. Sorry, my head was itching. Another topic we're gonna talk about is my artwork. Who inspired my artwork? Well, that has to go to a couple categories of art, mostly dark art because I find beauty in things that other people think are dark, such as death and skulls and shit. So I want to start sculpting skulls again. I actually started drawing and painting again, which is gonna be awesome soon. I also want to get into like making swords. I want to do some art making animals that are completely fake, made with plastic, super glue, fake fur, and shit like that. You know, all fake. To paint and making the body parts out of plastic from a 3D printer. It'd be awesome. Live action art where you can take liquid latex and shit and turn someone to an alien. You just like take a picture. Yeah, I want to do that. That sounds fucking awesome. But anyway, so moving on, the Gothic art is inspired most of it, but another part of what art I like to draw is like medieval art. Also, is a big influence to me. Following that, we also come into the digital world, which inspires me a lot. And believe it or not, horror movies. They also inspire me for art. A lot of things inspire me for art in many different ways, including music, cooking. Most of the world, most of the things we have in this world, I consider art. You know. Um, I also do a little bit of magic that you all know, which is, is awesome. You know, I very grateful I'm becoming a more powerful witch. I'm not saying I'm the most powerful, but you know, when you're doing witchcraft, it's all about patience. You know, I do minor spells. I haven't done anything major because I think I should still learn a little bit more. But I had made a protection. I got my witch altar ready, and I got my pentacle I made out of sticks and super glue. So I put my energy into it, and so that way I have protection. Uh, let's move on to another subject, shall we? While we have time. Now, another subject I want to talk about is what religion am I? Well, I'm old school pagan. You know, there's modern pagan, which is Wicca, but am not. I'm not Wiccan. You know, I'm old school pagan. I am what's known as the gray wolf. The white wolf is all good, and the black wolf is all bad. In between would be the gray wolf, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that's how it is in the spiritual world. That is how we look at things in the spiritual world. You know, I'm sort of in between. You know, but it's not like I'm going around hexing people for no reason that'll bounce back on you. No, 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 no. See, what I do is I help people a lot, but if I need to take down something, let's say I need to take down a vampire, I'll kill it. I don't care. It has to be a real vampire, not just, you know, not just someone enjoying the lifestyle. I'm talking about real undead vampires. Just let y'all know. But, yeah. I'm also an empath, which that means that I can feel people's emotions, their experiences. I don't have to know them to see it. Hell, they don't even have to be alive. I can tell by a ghost. I can sense these things, you know? And let's say I'm walking into a building with a doll that was possessed by a spirit of a guy who vomited and died. Well, I would get sick too because I would feel how they died. I could feel the evil near certain things. I'm very sensitive to this stuff, and I know this because for years I was vibing people without even noticing them. And my friend Tara told me I was an empath because she herself is an empath. And so I talked to my friend Charles, and he confirmed it, which his name is Stephanie now. So, my friend Stephanie told me that too. So, two empaths say I'm one of them, which is a lot easier to understand because if it was just one, I could understand. But two people, two people say I'm an empath, so that's why I believe them. Um, yeah. Moving on to another subject, where is my channel going in the future? I would say I'm going to be doing some unique, I try to do some variety videos, but I'm trying to keep my videos unique and fun. Such as Bathing in Slime is coming up, some more songs, some more music videos, and some more shit like this. Some ghost hunting, and some exploring, and just certain stuff like that. And that's what I'm gonna do. And there's gonna be some updates in the future. Me getting my car, but that's later on. It's not now. But moving on a little bit more. Where am I heading in the future? Am I gonna stay in Louisiana? And that answer, no. I want to move to Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Yeah, mostly because weed is legal there. But we'll talk about that later. Also, the other reason is that my mom told me when the doctor told her when she was around 40 she would die, and I don't know if that's gonna be true or not. So I did. Denver, Colorado is like 19 hours away from here. So if I just wanted to see her, I can drive there instead of having to fly across the country. And we live in a rough, stupid, fucked up neighborhood, so it's just awful. But yeah, so I don't know if you're gonna land up, but that's how it is. So I don't want to be too far away from her, so that's where I'm going. And moving on to another subject, I want to say I'm going to be an uncle soon, and my sister is pregnant, and she's like about to pop out her baby cannon in June. So that's gonna be fun. You're gonna see some videos of my sister's baby in the video in my channel soon. So that's gonna be fun. I actually bought her a bunch of shit, including a leather jacket for her baby. So that's gonna be it's a little big for her, for him actually, but you know, that's how it is. Her baby's name is River, like the water, and hopefully, hopefully soon you'll get to see him. And apparently he's a little bigger than usual, but that's because of his dad, who's really fucking fat. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, and I don't know, but a lot of things going on lately that I don't know. Ashley, who I used to hang out with, actually contacted my sister, and she was like, "Oh, so I'm sorry, blah blah blah." But I don't know if I want to be friends with them again. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Well, you guys, this is gonna be the end of my podcast. If y'all like this podcast, remember to like and subscribe and follow me on everything. Tell me in the comments, uh, all the stuff I told you before. I honestly don't remember, but like, subscribe, follow me on everything. Links in the description for my last video, and I hope you guys will be here next time for another podcast. Hopefully next time my cousin David will be in it, and he can help us out with this. So thank you so much. Goodbye.